Those of you who took Business 302 from me as a leg up, you've seen this before. So I use GoalSeek quite a bit. It's okay if you don't know it. I just want to see if anyone followed. Go ahead. 166? 50. Guys, remember, A, I'm an old guy. My hearing is not what it used to be. B, I'm recording these things, so if you speak louder, there's some chance Mike over here can pick it up. And 3, your friends over there also should be able to hear you. So let's see. I'm sure you did what if analysis, GoalSeek. Make the difference 0 by changing what I don't know. Precisely. What is your name? Olivia. You go buy anything? Olivia, Libby, Liv, I don't know. Ollie. I mean, you just wait. I'll find some nickname for you. You see how beautiful that is? Now, next. Again, what was your... By the way, I'm horrible with names. I have a freakish memory for numbers and stuff. But names, no. That's why I end up giving people nicknames. I remember those. Because I have a mnemonic to associate them with you. But names, no. What was your name?
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers, Spook, okay. Spook said, man, I can't afford this 200 whatever number. Somehow he found a billing lender, but he says he wants to pay only $100, given the interest rate is $650. He's going to ask the bank how long my loan needs to be for me to be able to pay $100 a month. It's a valid question. They can say no if you don't do that, but and 99.99% probability they will say they won't do that. We can always ask the question, how long does the loan need to be for him to get away with paying only $100 a month? What do you think I'm going to do to get that answer? I'm a one-trick pony when it comes to this sort of stuff. My one trick is GoalSeek. I have a problem. I know APR, I know payment, I know balloon, I know frequency, and I know what the value of the loan is. The only thing I don't know is how long the loan is going to be. Same deal. Data, what if analysis, GoalSeek, make that difference 0. This time, the thing that I don't know is number of years, okay? That means for $100, he needs to be able to get a loan that's about 7 years and about 4.5 months, okay? Now let's ask a different question. Let's leave his original loan at 3 years. This time he goes to bank and says, I'm gonna be graduating in 3 years, so I'll be flush with some cash. How about I pay you $4,000 3 years from now? What would be my monthly payments, given these interest rates? Oh, no, I'm going to ask a different question. He wants to pay $100. He says, give me a number such that 3 years from now, I'll just pay that to you lump sum. What should be that number? Let me see if you guys can attempt it first. I know APR, I know number of years, I know payments, I know frequency, and I know the value of the loan right now. The only thing I don't know is balloon payment. Solving for that is algebraically ugly, by the way. Not too ugly, but algebraically ugly. Anybody has a number? If you have it.
Oh, sorry, I got $3,916.17.
Let's see. I want to make the difference 0 by changing the balloon payments. I don't know if you use the same inputs. Huh? Where did you mess up?
I did the red number.
Oh, no. Red number is red for a reason. Don't touch that. Okay? No. Difference is what needs to be. So he can afford to pay only $100 as long as the bank is willing to say, okay, you can pay me the 45, 64, 82 at the end of 3 years. That's the amount. If you made only $100 payments, that's the amount that you would still owe to the bank at the end of 3 years. You see that we can actually create little financial engineering products. I'm actually surprised that certain banks don't issue stuff like that. I know why they don't do it, but if I was running a relatively small bank that specializes in car loans like that, I would offer stuff like that. Why? Because if I'm financing a new car, it's typically 7 years, right? 7 years from now, provided that it's properly insured, that car will still have a resale value, right? I can roughly guesstimate it. And based on that, I can tell them, okay, how about I'll give you lower payments, but either you're gonna make the big payments from me, or if you don't, I'm gonna take your car. That's it. The reason banks don't do this sort of stuff, it's not easy to put them into what's called asset-backed securities, because these are receivables. Banks usually, if they carry these in their book, they get hits for capital charge by their bank regulators. So what they do is they pull them, they issue a bond backed by those payments. Basically, you think your car is being financed by Fifth Third, it's actually being financed by a group of investors. Some of them may even be in another continent. You just go ahead and buy it. It's like giving people access to making mini car loans. So you wanna loan somebody $1,000 for a car? Sure you can. Don't just buy $100 worth of that pool. You're actually lending to thousands of people. It's called financial engineering. But by making payments low, you can actually charge them relatively high interest rates and make a lot of money. That's what financial engineering is all about. Make sure that your client doesn't understand how those calculations are made, and you give them something that looks sweet. Remember Eve and the Satan? You know, that little apple or whatever it was. You show them something sweet. It's the whole, magician stuff is all about. Show them something sweet, but all the bad stuff happens in the background, they don't see it. I did this for a living, not for consumers, but for commercial banks and investment banks. My job was structuring complicated derivative products. You do it in such a way that it looks so attractive, and typically these people are too arrogant to admit that they don't know how to price these things, and you know that they're too arrogant to do it. You just show them something that looks sweet, they jump on it, you make a killing out of it. And there were a lot of deals. We made more money, even though we kind of completely hedged ourselves, just from the overcharging. We made more money than our clients made from the deal. And they're the ones who took the risk. But, if I'm a bank, I'll do something like that. I can actually pull certain stuff and sell it to individual investors. But unfortunately, they're not doing it. Now, let's move all of this the future value of annuity